Polly, what's happening, everybody? I want to give my thoughts on the Tom Cruise Iñárritu news. Iñárritu? First, if you're asking, then you need to know about Alejandro Iñárritu, Mexican director who's been coming out with works for the last 25 years. Amores Perros, 21 Grams, Babel, Beautiful, Birdman, Revenant, and Bardo. A couple of these films that I mentioned are in Spanish, which you might not be familiar with. One of my favorites is Amores Perros. I'm gonna do a separate video on maybe like my favorite Iñárritu films, and we'll get that to you. But in regards to this news, Tom Cruise is signed on, set to star in his next big film with Iñárritu to direct. Now, why does this matter? If you're a Tom Cruise fan, if you're really hoping for him to grab a kind of like that Oscar nomination, that nod for Best Actor, he really hasn't worked with an auteur director in 20 years. Looking at his last 20 years, I would say Michael Mann in Collateral was the last one. Last Samurai was the last one. That was 2003, guys, 2004. That was a long time ago. So hooking up with Iñárritu is a great move for that. I imagine whatever the story is going to be right now, it's kind of secret. This is going to be on the level of resetting Tom Cruise Oscar bound, like the way Iñárritu did for Michael Keaton with Birdman, yeah, the way he did with Leo with The Revenant. So, this is gonna be a heavy movie. Iñárritu deals with a lot of human stories in regards to relationships with people, intersecting relationships that you think don't have anything to do with each other that collide. He's great at that, especially early on with Amores Perros, with Babel, and with 21 Grams. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, Iñárritu is also part of that same generation of Mexican directors. They call themselves the Tequila Gang. Guillermo del Toro, Alfonso Cuarón, and Iñárritu all came up in the 90s, all came up, doing their thing. And really, really in the last 25 years, put those three together, they have won multiple Academy Awards for Best Films. Just look at it. I mean, just off the top of my head, you got Guillermo's films, you got Cuarón's films, and not to mention the ones that didn't win, like Children of Men or Pacific Rim, whatever genre it is. But out of those three, Iñárritu is the most, in regards to, he's the most just dramatic, like more with a drama-based reality. Even though he deals with some magical realism in his films, it's not like you're going to see an Iñárritu science fiction film. You're not going to see him do a monster film in the classical sense. But you never know. Now with Tom Cruise, I got to imagine it's going to be a role that is on that Birdman level, that is going to be so different from the last 10 years of Cruise films. The last 10 years of Cruise films, as far as, the action hits, really the misses were The Mummy, American Made. He played Barry Seal. I mean, even those had a very commercial, mainstream, taste to it. Iñárritu is the opposite. He comes from a very artistic, you could almost even say a bohemian sensibility. So those are my thoughts. I think this is an incredible deal. I think this is going to be very exciting for Cruise as far as just his career is concerned. It's a complete game changer. And, I think it's amazing he's doing this so later in his career. I mean, he is getting older. He's getting up there. He can't do action films all the time. This is going to be cool. What are your thoughts? Let me know right now. Wherever you're at, keep your slant fuerte. I'm going to get you that Iñárritu video as well. Right, wherever you're at. Peace.